Yeah.
3, 2, 1. We'll call the meeting to order, 6 o'clock sharp. Intention today is to go over, on the big budget packet here, the third page. From bills through the fourth page. And look at the non-negotiables. Okay, since Mac is here, Mac, is there any non-negotiables on road expenses that we can clip off pretty easy without?
Well, I would paving the same, the bridge fund is the same, you know, and those are.
Those are over here. Those are the line items that are voted separate. Yeah, so we'd be looking,
Truck payments,
but the truck payments we got rolled into
something else.
the general fund.
Yeah.
Those were rolled into that because they are non-negotiable. Okay, so we'll cover roads at the next meeting or the meeting after.
Next meeting is Tuesday before.
No,
Monday. Before your select.
right, 6 o'clock. Yep. Okay.
I was gonna say, there's nothing, I was looking at the bill, and I think there is anything individual for them.
No, there are a couple that we can, like the ambulance contract, which should be,
Yep.
have we received that one, Tammy?
It's a 5-year contract.
Right, it's not negotiable.
Okay, so it's,
It's the same as,
Right.
the same as the fire, now fire and ambulance are the same time period.
yeah, we just have to make sure. So can you, Paul? The dispatch contract, yeah. Right.
I don't think 2 years, dispatch, so 16, that's gonna go up.
Well, rural for.
Again, non-negotiable. though.
But they won't know until the end of the year, go out that time of work.
Right, so we should have last year's for this year. I'm just seeing if there's any that.
The 1684 is what we paid last time, for this last year.
Not new mail. I just grabbed the folder that said. 20 town meeting 23. Yeah.
Department's gonna go.
Right. These are the requests, correct? I think you're correct.
In there somewhere.
Your mic's off, by the way, but it's 84, it's 83, 814 was last year's.
Right, and I think it's going to 85 next.
That's what we need to budget.
2024?
Yeah, because the increase
Yeah.
is each year like 5%. I think
Okay.
5% is what we did, don't hold me. but-
Yeah, it's the same thing with the ambulance, there's an escalator clause in there.
Yep.
But again, in all three scenarios, it's not negotiable. You can't go
Right.
back, so, you know, we.
Right, the only thing we need to do is,
Through the contract, but if you cancel, you better have someone to take it over.
well,
Right.
that's what we did look at that last year.
Extensively,
Yeah,
Yes.
and we said that in the, you know, maybe at the next term, contracts, it will become more.
turns out we actually did the right thing by not switching, because
Not
Yeah.
switching.
ambulance
I agree with
services,
that, no.
yeah, because he ended up, the guy that was here discussing, ended up leaving that position.
Just an FYI, we're looking at increasing our service here in Bakersfield to an advanced level, which would be allowed to do.
Excellent. Transport with our
Well,
own.
not transport, they'd be able to do IVs
Okay,
and some more medications and stuff.
Excellent.
like that.
Tammy, the question was, do you have on hand the ambulance contract and the fire department contract, just so that we can make sure we get the correct numbers?
Well, it should be able to, its contract has 5 years worth of
Yeah,
payments.
Yeah, the ones we signed.
it was recommended. That's in that part. So like,
So under the salaries there,
we're not touching salaries.
No,
okay, so we're skipping the top
Yeah.
completely.
So
Check
like
them.
Brigham Academy expenses, we put 5,000 in there, we spent 0.
Is there anything coming
No,
out of the ongoing?
No, yeah, we spent zero. I don't know how we spent zero. We put money out every.
Because what it does is that's a grant system,
Right.
so we write it,
we
it
get
goes out, it gets paid back.
Right.
So I think you could probably leave that there.
I would say, yes, I agree.
Well, then what's the Brigham Residence Restoration that's costing us? We budgeted 250
You didn't sign one for
We
2023,
paid almost
right?
over
No, because it's a
$14,000.
5-year.
Right, we're not, that's what I'm saying. Every month, once a month, we're rating, we're signing off on.
What was the other one on?
Fire,
Right down there should say 2025 and then you should start it in 24, 25. Or is that the ambulance one?
this is the ambulance one.
Oh, they're different. Did you do the spread across or did you just do a percentage?
That's what I was looking to see. This is more like an opt-out,
Yeah, they have
Very
that
well.
opt-out clause in
yeah.
While they're looking at that, let me have that one, I'll find it. Tammy,
Hmm.
while he's looking through that one, give me the one you have, I'll find it.
That one.
It says fire department 2023.
Oh, that's his.
That's-
There's a schedule of-
2021.
Let me see that. No, yeah, that's okay. Let me see this for a minute. Let's see if it has the new one in it. This will be 2024 with 23 was, which is what you're paying this year. So yours next year will be 88,004.
88004.
Yep. Right there, Josh.
That is correct.
You
I
wanna
don't,
send that to-
Thanks for coming.
There's what you just paid.
yeah,
That's your next.
See you Monday.
so,
And it goes up every year by 5%.
yes, there you go, John.
No, he's found it.
Middle of the page.
Yeah, I'm going with what he said.
Okay,
Yeah, I know that he's got it written out. That's the escalated clauses. So
yeah, that was the one that,
Ambulance did it that way.
why did I think they did also? Yes, certain ambulance service.
Oh, there's what's in the cost. I thought it was like a table down.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I know, he's so good.
It's per capita, but it doesn't say,
How much, yeah, that's what should have gone up is your per capita fee
right,
each year.
but it doesn't, that's not laid out here. Why is there 3 copies of this? Unless.
It's in one page, it told what's your rates gonna be each year. And if they're using the same rate I can't believe they would though. Is that signed by Garrett? Or by the?
Larry, I believe.
Larry,
Yep. Larry.
what was it this year, 39? I wanna say it's going up to 41, but. I can't remember. Right there.
That's 2021 though.
That's how Andrew did it, I remember, yeah. I
Right.
thought he did it that way on
But
this
this
one.
only goes out till 2021.
Yep, so that one's the one you renegotiated for 22.
Right, 22, 5 years out, it's 2027,
Yeah, I should have gone 22 to 27,
which it says right here.
because I think they're doing Montgomery this
Shall
year.
provide ambulance service to town within the geographical boundaries April 1st, 2022, which was
Yep.
right after we signed.
Yep.
Until March 31st, 2027.
Yes.
The problem is there's no,
What's your per capita fee?
it doesn't say it in here. I'll let you look, but I'm not seeing it.
Amen. It should say.
I went at $874 from the year before, or what we budgeted, what we thought.
Right, and that doesn't make any sense because it shouldn't have gone up. If we have an agreed upon amount.
Well, you get escalator clause in the contract that it goes up every year.
Right, but what I'm
That's what I'm
saying
saying.
is, what I'm saying is if we budgeted. Based off of their contract that we signed
Right.
for $38,880, then it should not have been $39,754.80.
The question is, did we look at 2022's number and we didn't see the escalator on 2023, so we carried
Well,
it.
yeah, and that's what I'm wondering is,
I think their contract missed that paragraph. That tells what we're,
So that's why we budgeted at 30. We're gonna have to ask them for an
Yep.
addendum with an appropriate schedule
capita assessment. We try to.
per capita
Yes.
increase. Or we just say, hey, the contract says this was the maximum on this date and this is what we're paying. You never put in any kind of increases. You can hard nose them, but I don't think that's gonna work too well to our favor.
it doesn't usually.
Now,
For their
And
consideration.
you said the BC, no, that was the BCC, right? Wanted to come in.
BCC is gonna come in. See the Brigham expense?
Yes,
$5,000, we didn't spend a dime, but look at the line underneath it. We budgeted $250 and it came in $14,187.
right, because none of the receipts go back into that. That's the one that, the Brigham residence is the one that gets the receipts from the grant.
Can I make a phone call? You
We
might-
just didn't get reimbursed.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we just didn't get reimbursed. You want to turn off your mic though?
Yeah.
Thank you. We didn't get reimbursed the 14,000?
We did. I'm just looking to see where that would have.
Hey, bud, quick question on the select board meeting here, and we're going over the contract, trying to figure out the cost for next year. But the contract that Larry sent over doesn't have any amounts in it for the years 22, 23 through 27. Do you know? You know what it is? Yeah, I'm wondering
Yeah.
if there's a page missing on our contract, that's what I'm thinking. If they didn't get the page, you know, with the breakout.
I don't see it in the funds.
No, and I was looking at, I was looking at the town receipts for 23 and Brigham residence is in there, but it says $0. So,
Yeah, something's wrong.
yep, we'll have to question that.
Josh, he thinks that there's a page missing out of here, that there was another page that had the
After
breakout
the sign page.
after the sign page.
Okay. Hopefully, I don't
So
know.
he's going to send it to me tomorrow. I will forward it to you.
We can
Okay.
deal with it on Monday. Same thing with Brigham. We're
Yeah,
gonna have to follow up, find out what happened with
well, if we
that.
have any,
So we're gonna look, the ambulance will get that after.
yep,
Brigham Academy copier contract, is that fixed or?
that would be one we'd need the numbers on. Again, that is a,
Over this time.
yeah,
I'm just
that's
gonna-
because they switched what, units or,
Still see two, they did something because I had to help set it up. I don't know
Yep.
if it's a new copy or what they did.
So
Tammy.
a newer contract, is that the deal?
Yeah.
it is a newer contract.
Contract with
Yeah.
maybe more copies or
I
something.
think, they contract through, SimQuest.
So should we build like 2,000 on that maybe?
It's probably gonna cost us, it looks like, I don't know if this is just a copier, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
Yeah, you may want to increase that to 2,000. It's probably gonna even be more. You should go 2,100. I think you're looking to jack the
Yeah.
cost of living increases. Tammy, what happened with the copier contract this year? That's through SimQuest, right?
That's true, yeah.
We budgeted 1,750 because that's what we thought it
Cost of
was, but it came, are we
$200
paying
more.
per, let's make this easy. Are we paying per click or are we paying a flat fee contract?
do you know what the contract is for this
Yeah,
year coming?
this year, yeah. that's
Sorry,
the
we're
question.
gonna need,
Well, to be honest with you, the first day of budgeting is usually more questions than answers.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a
I
lot of-
agree. I was just looking at that.
Yeah,
no, but you're absolutely right.
Court tax is the same, it seems to have gone up.
yeah,
And that's one that we don't get to choose.
Right.
great.
Direct tax.
My guess would be,
Take it to 15,000.
I was gonna say
In your contract with this.
Yeah, but we paid more than we budgeted last year, which means there's
would
gotta be
be
an
in
escalator.
the
put us in there.
dispatch fee. No, they usually send us
Per
something
capita.
that we have to sign.
So I know it's gonna go.
Went up,
Yeah,
Just see.
went up a couple $100, more
I
than
can
we
try to get ahold of
budgeted.
Ben
We
Kuchar
thought it was
and ask if he has
1,750,
a
they charged
projection.
us 1,962
Some
and
similar.
change.
You know, I can text him and just say, Ben, we're trying to budget for next year. What are you looking?
what do we
at?"
projected?
At
Yeah,
least projected. to that
Contract.
be.
Well,
Let's just see what we have here real quick. Thank you. These, might be fast. 60 months.
Just in the cemetery, that's gonna stay about. the
Monthly
same.
maintenance plan includes sentinel monitoring, toner parts and labor. This is.
On the
this is the
fireworks, would you keep
proposal,
that
the
the same?
summary.
What
Where's
was
the
it?
contract?
fireworks, 4th of July,
What's the
4,000.
41?
It's gonna be one of these two.
Or
So this is
42.50.
Kathy, Kathy signed this?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think that's
Early
good.
acceptance schedule. Here we can.
The office electricity,
Delivery of
you
the
see
equipment. This isn't the
1,500, right?
contract.
We didn't.
Well, they are talking about
Increase,
I think it was 5% on that for
would the 1,500 cover it then? Cause we were at 12.
electric for the office. Another question is does this include
5%.
updated,
Yeah.
date printed? 1-3, so that would have this month's bill in it.
So this is an addendum to the contract. And this was signed
What's an average?
2021.
Over here.
You know?
I don't, it's obviously, it's more during this time of year than it is, but you're probably talking
16, I would think.
17.5 or 17.
Yeah.
So in the proposal, there's a set of fees, but I don't see that. We need to find that in the contracts.
Are you guys done?
See, it's not exactly a set rate. There's a rate, and then when we use it, there's a per click fee.
Okay.
It's a per copy paid.
Still. way
You
under
guys done with this?
1500, 'cause it's
Okay,
like 60.
which one is that? Fire department? Yes.
What about ambulance?
Ambulance, there was no helpful information in it, so yeah.
I will get that tomorrow. I will get it.
So
We think there's a page missing with it had the actual list of,
The list of the breakdown.
of the breakdown.
I remember that.
It's not in there.
It's on the fire department contract,
Right.
not on the ambulance contract.
But it should have been on the ambulance too. So the director's gonna send me a copy of that.
see, so what happens is the more
Yep.
copies we make, the more we use it, we pay
Okay.
7.1
So
cents a
what's
page.
what's the base rate?
7 cents a page. No. 0.0071 cents a page,
So 0.7 of a cent.
7 cents of a.
So we're paying per
Well, that's per click, yeah. Yeah, it's a monthly maintenance plan that they're charging us for.
So it costs us,
I don't know.
cost us-
It doesn't, we don't pay per page. It's.
That's what,
Your-
We don't do a
your-
lot, but
I was gonna say your contract though is,
there's the final page, and if you look down towards the bottom, it talks about the monthly and per.
we think
you
there's
know,
gonna
how
be a
much
lot
we
more
pay.
copying next year. That's the question, right? You're doing a lot of that record upgrade. and stuff.
Well,
Right, right.
which saves us money.
But we're trying to figure out, we wanna,
They're gonna do it themselves.
okay.
So when do we swap out the printer? Was that
This-
21 or 22? Do you remember?
this says 60 months
Yeah,
and it was signed on the 21st, on 2021.
right. So we're good till 2027.
Right.
So we're at the same rate, so
With the same. it's a
100
fixed
and,
rate then.
it's
19 a month
119.73 a month,
Yeah,
plus the clicks.
plus the. Yeah, plus the 0.7 of a cent per print.
120.
So it'll vary from month to month. It's a little hard to budget, but if we take.
So it's 1440 just for the, for 1440 for the copier.
Well, I think this right here breaks it down as we had 3,522 prints.
Yep.
Right.
So 3,522 times 0.0071
Here's your.
should give you your 3522
Yep.
times 0.0071.
Yeah, it saves about $123 a month right now, because what they have is the maintenance plan.
Right. No, I must have got a.
Let's bring it up, Josh. Look at that, the back page. It's about $123 a month, but it's per click. So the maintenance
Right.
plan is, no.
The other
We're
bad.
paying under $100 a month, it says, according to that, for the unit,
Right.
and then we're paying per click.
Yes, that makes sense. The average is what for clicks? Like you're saying?
No, you're right, Todd. 3,522 at 0.0071 would be $25
Yeah.
and 1 cent.
It's not a big amount.
So the estimated total monthly payment is 122.97, so 123.
Right.
It looks like last year we didn't budget enough to cover that.
The click.
I think,
We
yeah,
didn't cover the clicks.
Right,
so if we were to budget 125 a month,
right.
Right.
what would that give us for a 12-month budget?
1,500.
And
It's more than that, because we budgeted 17 and we went under.
yeah,
Just,
How did you, that's what I'm trying to figure
we
out.
went over, sorry, we didn't have enough
How
funds.
did we go over? it?
We spent money.
We spent almost, yeah. Yeah, we spent
There's
1962.
gotta be another.
So we budget 2,100, you got enough money in there, should be, so long as
How
you
much?
guys stop photocopying. I was saying like 2,100, just in case.
yeah, that's $163.54 a month.
Copies.
Well, I mean, we can do
Copy.
2,000. We could do 2,000.
Or is there another fee that
Well,
we didn't figure in?
I was
like
gonna
a
say,
maintenance
That's the
fee?
only thing I saw in that document.
Well, do we assume that the rates aren't going up?
It's showing, it's a contracted amount.
Right, so,
Just trying to figure, yeah.
I mean, if we were to budget 2,000,
We should be able to cover it.
Right,
that's a lot of clicks for
Yep.
another $38, well,
Yeah.
$37 and change,
Tammy stops copying all her personal.
we're gonna go
stuff,
through
it'll be
2,000 on
okay.
that one.
2,000.
Yes.
All her recipes, I couldn't think of the word.
All right, that's it. No more copying the thing.
Right.
We'll print them instead.
The court tax is preset, is that in,
Do we have that amount?
I don't believe we do, it's not in this box, it's not in this one.
All right, well, obviously, we didn't budget enough last year for it either.
Franklin County.
That is the,
Like
yeah.
Google it if
Yes,
it would tell
Franklin.
me.
We're on
Um,
page three, down towards the bottom. So what is the DCA? Why am I not getting the A? Bakersfield Concert, and it's not the Conservation Committee.
So,
Cemetery, no. What's a BCA?
this is the, Court of Authority, something.
That one's, yeah, that,
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have it in here.
Yeah, well, we were good with that last year. Do we want to keep it the same?
So we need to find out that one.
my guess would be it's gonna go up.
We
I
were,
mean, no,
Like that count the votes, right? What Court
Oh,
of
yeah.
Authority?
Board of Civil Authority.
oh, wait a minute, that hasn't been.
Well, it could, cause it's a primary year.
We got.
That's
three
true.
elections.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're at 1,500. Should we bring that up to 2?
which one is that?
BCA, it's right underneath the fire department.
Generally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's take that to 2K,
What do you wanna do with it?
2,000.
Okay,
just because of the extra elections.
yep.
I mean, we were good this year, but
Back.
Here's
I
that.
think that's different though.
Yeah,
The ballot clerks are the people that are in here all day long.
right. Yes, yep.
Before, I just don't want to get out of order so much. Advertising, I know we spent a lot looking for treasurer and stuff, or I still think we're good with the 250 or 300.
Yeah,
We have no openings this year.
I don't,
Mac is staying, right?
and we do have,
Do we know Mac for sure is staying?
You let him leave.
well, he did say something about, before, he said something about this being his last winter,
Right. I
but
was thinking keeping that, just put it to 5,
Yeah.
You could bump it to 5.
because, there may be other advertising we end up
and
having.
what was it to do it at the free press?
Yeah,
Each whack. Okay, did we have some of that built?
where is that? How comes that's not here though?
You want
Well, you're 865,
20 minutes distance, right? So I don't know if you even want to do it, but I would think.
probably not. I would do the messenger.
Yeah, that's-
Depends on, really depends on the position you're looking for too, right?
Yeah.
Well, like-
I mean, obviously a road person, you want local, you don't want them too far away.
You'll laugh, Facebook's the best.
Yeah, Facebook Messenger will work.
They do, they really do.
So I'm fine with 500.
I would
You
think
wanna
just
do
to be
5?
safe, yeah.
Okay.
If we don't use it, we don't use it, but it's there. at least.
Right. Right, now we're.
Book fund, what's
BCA.
a book, what's the book?
So the
That
book
is-
fund is the money we're using no, it's the money we use to convert our old paper
Oh, that book.
to yeah, to.
So we're not budgeting anything for that, because we're just doing it, right?
Well, no, we actually put an expense to it this year.
Right, because we have to pay.
Yeah, so I don't know why it's showing on this.
That's why I'm trying,
Well, because this was before we had established what we were doing with our.
are we budgeting, that's my question, next year, are we budgeting the whole thing, so we need to know that total?
Well, so we didn't budget for it last year,
Yep, no, that's what I'm.
and then
Right.
the money that's spent here
It's prior to ARPA,
is prior to ARPA.
so what did we spend in ARPA, I guess?
So the book fund itself, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tammy, after talking to you and Kathy before, that really gets funded from when we do the work with the books.
Right.
That gets funded with the with recording fees.
Right.
Permits, et cetera, $4 of the recording fee goes into the book fund.
Right.
That's
It doesn't come out of-
So that's why we're not budgeting.
And Todd, just so you know,
Oh, that makes sense, that's why we're not budgeting for.
And just so you know, the book fund right now has almost $28,496.
Again, why are we're documenting the cost of it.
We
without putting-
documented that we put money towards it,
Yeah.
but ARPA, we use the ARPA funds to
Right.
set up and pay the portions of the book fund
So.
for
this-
town.
Am I getting the impression that this is what you've spent?
Middle column, total paid is what we spent.
For town report, funds what you budgeted.
So this page tells us what we budgeted and what we've spent and what we have left over.
The middle column is what we spent and what we have left is the right column. But to your point, Tammy.
Yeah.
But you're right with what you said. too.
Same thing. You were just
Same
looking
thing.
at the road one instead of the,
You know, this is general.
why do I not have one that looks like that?
See, well, is that this one? No, that's road. Is that the one we have from last week?
Oh, this is the 5-year.
Okay.
Oh,
She's looking at the 5-year.
that's this one. Here somewhere, or is this all road? Oh, that's kind of big for city, yeah.
Did you see that too, Joe?
Yeah.
The other stack.
The other, yeah, as soon as I find them.
We didn't, so were you supposed to be using this to put it in?
Uh-huh.
Okay, right off to the side.
So have I.
So then the book fund, just leave it the way it is, I think.
Yeah, general expenses is budgeted. This is disbursements.
So this one, oh, the fire department's way down here. This one's in a different order.
Okay.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna do this, I gotta do this.
Well, BCA should not come before Bakersfield Fire Department if
Here it
it's
is.
alphabetical.
I can't find it.
Okay,
Yeah.
We didn't, we only ever budgeted to the book fund.
See.
right.
2020.
So you have this right here that's up to date with this in that other stack of papers over there.
Well-
Next one over,
Oh, yes.
behind the road ones.
Yep,
Same thing,
right. So I
but
don't
it
have
has,
to go into the-
you don't have to go into there because it has this one in and take this one off.
Okay, I'll take a look. at that.
Yep,
That'll be-
that's what Tammy was just pointing out. I was like, no, you're on the wrong paper. And she was like, There's two.
It has CDL.
Papers everywhere. This is
Right.
why we pay so much
Or
for
are
our
we gonna pay
documents.
for somebody to get there?
you're on the wrong one. That's the road.
Damn, I did it again.
I think you're,
This is town of Bakersfield.
yeah, road though. You want this
General
one? This one
fund.
says general right here.
Book fund, third page in.
There you go.
Yep.
All right.
So last year we budgeted
Ambulance.
$3,728
Sorry, which one are you looking at?
book fund,
Book fund.
$3,728.
It was a fire.
Well, that was as of December 31st, 2023. But it looks like we put stuff in here every year. Or, wait a minute, Tammy, this is
This one is,
what we budgeted or
this is what we
we've
spent.
received?
This is what we spent.
88.
All right, so we spent almost
So you
Well,
spent,
37.28.
right, 2,400.
Where are you there? I'm not seeing that one.
But after Bakersfield Fire down.
Now, Tammy, that 3,728,
1,700.
third column over, 1, 2, the column that says 12/31/23.
That's how much has come in.
I just asked if that was in or out.
Yeah.
All right, hang on.
receipts.
Where's
The
that?
Receipts above it.
All right, so we received $3,700.
Correct.
We've paid out.
Right
Top
here.
line,
Oh, you're looking up there. Oh, okay, got.
Yes.
we paid out $2,466. So
Hey, did you notice?
the book fund sustains itself, is what I was getting at originally.
Contracted a very large amount,
Right.
25. It's been going down.
Pretty much. The only caveat we did with ARPA was to tell you to scan in.
So if we use that kind of go by.
I believe, right? We moved over, what was it? 20 or something, 20, I forget what we moved over to the book.
Right here, $20,740.
There we go. Memory said 20,000, I was a little short. It's okay.
All right, that was pretty good.
So, but the book fund, to my point, Todd, the book fund sustains itself.
Yeah, that's what I said. I wouldn't even worry about putting anything in right now.
Right,
And what we, yeah, we haven't done that. I don't know. The only reason that's in there is because there was an expense out of it.
right.
So
So
that could technically be scratched. Well,
can we,
it can't be scratched because it's,
Is paying me, and I think it was also buying Nemrick. You know, so that's stuff that's. coming
that
up.
was,
But that was supposed to come out of the ARPA,
Exactly.
almost 21,000. So that's still, it didn't come out of the book fund, that should show goose egg.
It didn't
And
come
the
out of
ARPA.
the budget.
So what happened there was it was put into. What's the software?
Memory, the memory.
No, it was put into the other one.
Oh, you mean QuickBooks?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and QuickBooks generated this report and this report. That's why it's showing up, not because. It does zero out because of our,
ARPA money.
right?
So we're waiting on
Or-
the conservation committee to give us their.
So yes, conservation committee will come to us with a request.
Yeah.
The ambulance contract, we need,
What's this BCA refund of tax penalty? What's that?
The what? I'm sorry? Where you
It
at?
was 100 DCA refund of tax. I'm looking at the 5-year. We
Yep.
put in $88 last year, but I didn't see it over here, so we didn't pay it.
so that's not where we planned, that's what we had left.
Oh, okay.
So we've already looked at that one. That was the Board of Civil Authority expenses.
So we
Right.
actually.
We upped that to 2,000.
Right, and Todd, that's only because they had to convene.
Okay,
I believe that was the convening
Okay.
and the paperwork, we actually had them for that one, property. line
because the two are in the line.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And also counting for elections.
Right,
Yes, yep.
So what are we doing on Brigham Academy restoration, the building?
so that one there is supposed to be reimbursed, Josh said.
Yes, that's
It's
the
just not
reimbursement.
showing it yet, did it come in?
So we-
Receipts?
Are we, I think,
We didn't receive anything in either.
budgeted
according to this.
745 last year, it says, right?
Well, yeah, because we normally, it's a wash job, I'm
Right.
saying.
Yeah,
So we don't even have to worry about anything there.
I don't know, I mean, we didn't get, according to the receipts, we didn't get anything back this year.
Right.
And this, I
where it's
assume,
shown.
This says we paid out.
even under receipts though, under the general fund. And this, I think, when we sign the warrants, like every month, we get
Yeah,
that fee for them managing the fund or whatever for that, I believe is
that's that
this.
14,000.
Yeah, I think so.
And then that's what Lance then goes in and
So
plugs
let's
into
get
that portal.
You
and then
just
it-
line that addendum.
Okay.
for
So it's gonna be zero.
It comes back. I'm just not sure.
It is, but
Excuse me.
it'll come back eventually.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we, I
Okay.
mean, the 250, I mean, we're floating almost 14 grand. Is 250 a good number for that?
I think 250 is a placeholder, to be honest with you. I think, because it's an out and it's an in.
Right.
So the 250 is basically just a,
Yeah, just to say we have a line item. for that,
Correct,
maybe we can put there.
correct. So that on this one is down 3 below the, 3 below the fire department, Tammy.
Freedom residents.
Yes.
And how much is that?
We're leaving that at 250,
$250.
correct. Brigham expenses has stayed,
Okay.
well, we spent 5,000 in 2021, we spent 5,100 in 2022. That was for, boarding of windows, replacing of doors,
Right.
there was a bunch of expenses to get that buttoned up. We're not seeing those expenses now. I think you could leave that at 5,000 just to be safe.
You're working off of this page here?
I'm working off both of them, boss.
Because this one here doesn't show those for Brigham.
It shows,
Expenses show.
Brigham expenses.
$92, $318, $645 and $88.
where are you looking at?
Expenses here.
Yep,
3 pages from the end, Brigham expense,
yep,
it's not showing 5K at all.
it does in 2021. In 2022, it shows 5,000 and then 5,187.
I got you, I got where you're,
And then 2023, there was no expenses to this point,
right,
which is what this says here also.
I see what you're saying.
So I think if we budget the 5,000, if there was another break-in or whatever, you would have money to repair.
Yeah, didn't we put boards on the
We
doors
did.
last year?
That's why it was 5,187.
Okay, so it's showing at 2020. Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. Everybody
I'm
on the
with
same
you.
page now?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's in-
So what I'm doing here is I'm looking at this one.
Yeah.
Sorry, just so everybody knows. I'm looking at this one
Yep,
and then I'm locating it. You should. Okay.
I think 5,000 is still a good number.
I believe so also.
But
So-
you- that, and you're putting numbers into that, correct?
If they change, if they don't change, I'm just putting a check.
Oh, you're writing them in on this sheet. I get what you.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So conservation, so the ballot clerks, have we not got to that one? That one, why do I not see that one on this one?
What? No, you're looking at the BCA refund. Go down more. It's under the book fund.
Book fund, what did we didn't put anything there, correct?
No, because it's self-sustaining.
Right. We didn't put anything there.
The fire contract was $88,000
Brigham
for
expense, we're putting 5,000.
Right.
Sorry, I was just going back up
I
to,
just sent him a note asking him to give me the projected cost for the ambulance or for the dispatch fee. So where do we leave off? I got 5,000 for Brigham and then I did the 2,000 copy release. on
Yep.
This, right?
so
And
right
then
now,
200 fireworks. And what else did we have?
okay, so we're on on the page on your, under your pen,
Yep,
we're at Brigham residence. We're
Yep.
Keeping that at 250 as a placeholder.
250.
Yep.
Okay,
So building expenses and town hall repairs.
right.
Now,
You got the furnace.
right, I'm just trying to see what we have, where that is here. That one is gonna be town hall repairs and building expenses. It's on the next page. 3/4 of the way down. We budgeted $15,000
Yeah,
because we knew we were gonna need new furnace.
right.
Right. And we didn't use it. That's in the general fund now.
Right,
What did we budget the year before?
So.
In the year before, 2022, you only.
okay, you gotta stop going backwards.
188, John,
Should be.
John, $188 last year.
That's all we budgeted in 2022?
No, that's what we spent.
That was sort of.
Oh, no, I'm trying to figure out what we budgeted for the building.
This also told what we budgeted the previous.
So building's not in under the budget.
Jeez.
And the other thing was the building fund is also funded by permits? No,
No, not that, not the building respect, not the repair. That's
That's okay.
zoning.
I would say keep it the same for now,
15,000,
or at least
10?
1,000 or something, because your furnace cost is going to be more than it was projected.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just because of cost. of everything else.
So 15,250.
Page
If you didn't spend it, it's still there though, right? Or do
theoretically,
you have to rebudget? That's my.
You have to rebudget,
Then let's rebudget.
especially considering what you have here at the bottom of that page shows what you budgeted, actual expenses, and
I
it
would budget
shows.
it again then if that's the case.
Okay, so 15,250 for building repair.
It was that
building expense
15,250?
was, you're right, Todd, you're right. Building expense in 2020, was 188.39 originally. We didn't put anything. Every year it's 138, 188,
Yeah.
500.
I think that's what we were spending. Cause I mean, we wouldn't,
That's it, budget. We didn't spend $15,000 this year.
right, but that's not in there. What it says we spent this year was $745.
It would be handy to have our plan, what we planned for each previous year. so we can
Yeah, it's
see what-
supposed to
what
show it in
things
here.
are Jumping up or going down.
You mean what you budgeted last year?
Yeah,
You're right, expenses versus. That's what I'm in. I'm not getting my finger on what we actually put in for a budget.
I
It
don't
shows
have it.
expenses more than it does
yeah, we pulled,
I gotta throw some of this in the shred. box
Building.
as it is.
road account. Public awareness system, rural development account.
All right, so that will budget 15. So that leaves cemetery, which we have to get from Linda, right?
get from the cemetery commission. yeah.
And they're cemetery right now.
So we'll leave that alone.
Same with the BCC.
What did we decide with the
Now,
building?
Court tax.
We're gonna leave that at 15,250.
All right, building,
Yeah, see, cemetery is not even.
So the copier lease, what did we establish with that one? I'm
Copy
sorry.
lease, we
I said,
said
okay.
2,000.
2,000. Right?
Yep, I'm just putting this in so we can,
But I've been filling in the 24 thing over here.
Yeah.
man.
the court
court
tax,
tax
we don't
is,
know.
we don't have a set.
Direct,
But we can look at it, well, I say we can look at it. We spent 10,740
Went up every
94.
So
It didn't
Probably
though.
gonna be 14.
That's the thing though, we were 10,794, 10,111,
Yeah.
10,488,
now
and
it's
then
12.
12,5. So it's like, you
I
know,
must send you
but
something. that-
my thought would be is maybe we just signed a new contract
Yeah,
and if it's a 3 years with minimal increase,
right.
which doesn't make any sense because it decreased and then increased. I think that's something we have to wait for.
Yep.
It must be based.
we should be able to request, right?
They should,
Maybe we
They
ask-
should just send it to us,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but we only have so many days left, so
So-
maybe we ask Tammy to reach out.
well, that's what, on this, I'm asking, you know, like, I'm gonna have Tammy reach out to the ambulance service.
I did that. So
Okay.
that's done.
That's done.
I did the,
Conservation committee's coming to the meeting.
Yep.
Cemetery's coming to the meeting.
Yep.
We'll have Tammy reach out on the court tax.
Dispatch I've got coming to us.
Okay,
I sent
so we'll-
Ben on that, asking him, just emailed him, and I copied you, Josh, so it'll be on your email at the school.
Yes, court tax. The direct tax is set by the school, so that's not something we have control over. Which we will need to get. Direct tax from previous year.
So you want to know if that's a set fee? Or-
Yeah, Tammy, what I'm doing is on mine. I'm either putting in a number
Or a question mark.
or a line.
Yep. same
If there's a line, that's something that either you or Vera will have to fill in because they're not information that we have. So it needs to be located.
Did we reach out to the school and find?
There's one.
She is. Yeah.
So it's.
She asked if we wanted her here tonight, and I thought we were just going over the non-negotiables and getting any questions that we have together. Was that?
I think Tom Jones.
So-
Okay,
I should have those two things by month.
Did he start yet?
he did.
Awesome.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Currently knows or knew, David of it.
Yes, yeah, I figured they knew each other.
So the dog expenses, which is,
What's the direct tax previous year?
so that is anything that we didn't
Underpaid?
pay
Under,
previous year, and then it gets,
And they
so
hit
like-
their follow-up.
so like, I think they actually we just sent one out, didn't we, last week, was our final payment?
Yeah,
For the school.
Yeah, so that is the direct tax. The direct tax
Correct.
is what's paid to the school
so
system.
will the school know by next week what the direct tax will be?
once
for
the
this
school
year?
meeting is over and voted on.
Yeah.
I think that happened last night or the night before while I was sick, because Terry wanted everyone to attend because it was regarding the budget.
But it wasn't the vote, was
It
it?
wasn't the vote.
I don't
last-
vote, but it
That
was,
hasn't happened.
But I think they give you a projected and then,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get a number, we plug something in,
Yeah.
a projected number.
yeah, exactly. So dog expenses, we put 250 on there and we spent roughly half of it. I think 250 would be sufficient.
Fine, yeah. The dispatch,
Donations.
Okay, can you stop for a minute?
Yep.
I have the contract for the ambulance.
Okay.
Let me just tell him I got it, so he's aware.
That's the per capita.
Yep.
So then we need to know what our,
Like it has, no, it has the actual
oh,
amount.
okay, perfect.
Let me go find it again. I'm right here. I can send it to you after. It is going to be, it looks like it was renegotiated. I don't know if I can print it.
Yeah, print this one, I think.
You know?
you gotta find it first, you have to have the drivers.
Why don't you forward that, just forward it to Tammy?
They have handwritten. It looks like you had this over here, but you must have read, oh, it's an increase. So it's 40,046 40.
40,000.
046 40.
So it's about $1,000, not even. What is that? That's like $300 more, shy of 300.
It actually says here it's 3,037.20 more.
I took a couple zeros off, I'm sorry. Yeah,
And that's kind of, it looks like it's
So
about
what is it?
3,000 every year.
yeah, it's 300. We paid 39,700.
Well, it's got 37 or whatever, but yeah. 40,000, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, it's 300, about $300, just
I think
shy.
the numbers off the side were the difference. But that wouldn't make any sense because this number
Right.
is not what we
Right.
paid this year.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's see, would we?
that, or we can get them for breach of contract.
We paid 39 this year.
39,754.
And according to that, we were only supposed to pay
38,
38.80.
you add 3240. What's it come up to?
3880 plus,
3240.
Be like 41 something,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know.
42 almost.
it's 42,
Yeah.
42,
Yeah,
42.
we only billed us 39.
All right, so we're saying this year's 40,046.
Yep.
40, okay.
So,
I'll find out from him. Let me see if I can. How do I print on this thing?
I don't know if you'll be able to print from your phone, Todd.
I don't think
It's
I
kind of
can.
a,
Try to get print.
I can't find print on here. That's okay. There's scanner. All right, come on. Is that print? See. no, it's-
so donations.
Dispatch.
I don't know why we would dispatch services. We don't
You do
set that.
You do that.
Right,
And that has been,
we did dog.
yep,
I don't know
dispatch,
what,
we said,
Print.
what's donation for.
I don't think we need donation on there.
Now let's
Why would
remove
we
it.
budget for donations?
Remove it.
Should be on.
118.
We haven't budgeted anything for it.
If I
No,
can-
but 1 year we put something. to
Yeah,
it,
one
right?
year we put $250 out there.
And not Bakersfield Hots.
I'm Bakersfield hotspot.
You are. no.
Education this year,
Town hall. Yeah, what's the password?
we had $30. I don't believe that's,
Education, we need to fund because that's for like when Todd comes on.
Yep.
The training and all he does is.
well, we
really-
put $1,000 in there. And according to this, we only spent 30.
Which is probably Todd's training. No one took any training this year.
So $1,000
I
should
think a
stay.
thousand's, you know, I don't know about 1,000, but it's a good number.
1,000 is good because we have a new treasurer.
Right, you may have another different select board member or two.
We might have a new select board members.
And you got our zoning.
I was just gonna say the same
I think
thing.
1,000's a fair number.
Electricity. For the office, budgeted 15.
We used
Spent 12.
1257.
Yep,
I think it's good still.
you think, you don't think we're gonna go up, you don't think we're gonna go up $250?
Those are the two purchases.
Well, even if you do, you're still at 250, you're still under 15. It actually went down from 2022.
Yep,
Printing.
okay,
Hey, Todd,
What's that?
just to get you in the loop. Education, we
Sure.
kept the same at $1,000 because of that's that training you took.
Yeah,
It only cost us 30 because apparently you were the only one who trained this year.
so we're keeping it at.
we're gonna keep it at 1,000 because we have a new treasurer, a new zoning admin, possibly new select board members that would need trainings also.
And our
Oh.
regular training. period, too.
We also have our,
Listers,
no, constable.
Oh,
I was gonna say the listers also want to do training.
Yep, so I think $1,000.
$1,000 is
Yep. So
Electricity.
electricity, we budgeted 15, we're gonna leave it 15.
Okay.
Unless Terry comes in and tells us they're gonna charge us a lot more,
all right.
but that's the benefits of having. Fireworks though, I almost,
Says this time.
I scratched that and put 4250, Todd, for
Yeah.
fireworks, but I almost feel like we should keep it at 4.
I think so too, and then try to earn the.
And then if, yeah,
I
if-
agree.
keep it at 4,
Yeah.
Keep it at-
thank you.
cause we never had that until 2 years ago.
And that's.
What, that big expense or fireworks expense at all?
A fireworks expense at all. It used to be by donation.
It still has donation in my opinion.
Absolutely. Memorial Day flags.
Yeah, the flags get torn up pretty easy.
Yep. This one is for, I believe, cemetery. Flags for Memorial Day,
It's not connecting, Tammy.
for the Memorial Day, like when the kids come over and put them on the gravestones. And for the big flag out front.
Yeah, we did 1750.
I think we could leave it there.
Okay.
Do you agree, Todd?
What's that?
1750, we'll keep the same for
Flag.
flags.
Yeah, because you're not.
Flowers.
I paid you,
So flowers, we budgeted 500. We did,
didn't we just give them?
We just did flowers. I
we
think
just gave some of that to the
there was
BCC.
Another 300.
Yep, so I think a 500 is sufficient because they're
agree.
gonna be budgeting themselves this year. What we do is we hope that nobody close to the board passes we get to keep that, but
I did, it didn't go.
Well, it is what it is at times. Todd, we're keeping the flowers at 500,
Okay.
if you're good with that. Cause the three of us have to say okey dokey.
so the grant writing expenses, this is one that Vera asked me about.
Yeah.
Because what we did is we took that ARPA money
And put it in the
and
general.
put it into the general fund.
Right, but we're supposed to break that out into its own.
How
fund
much?
share.
Okay,
We put, I don't have my book, but I think it was like 40. 20 or 40,000 we moved over into that fund. Where is that? See, we don't have the ARPA funds gonna show zero.
right, but I wasn't sure if there was a receipt for grant writing, 45,655.
That's it. Yeah, it was over 40,000. I think.
Yeah, and right now we've paid out two.
Yeah, I'm matching.
Yep, we have in there right now.
Did it pay? Send it to
Yeah, we've paid two,
Okay,
because we paid for the one over there. And,
you got the MERP, you've got the BCC.
yep, that's it right now.
Okay, I
We
don't
won't-
think
We've only done two,
You may get 10.
so I don't think, I think we
we
each,
shoot by the number. I thought you meant 2,000. I'm like.
no, two payouts, sorry.
Yes.
So Todd, just to catch you up, yep, grant writing expenses,
Yeah.
It's very hard to get things done.
yes, Tammy, we are trying to focus here, you're killing me.
No, there you go.
Okay, what's this for?
I don't care about the printer.
She has it. She's gonna file that for us, so we got.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. So
I know, but we're trying to budget here, and every time we turn around.
All right.
Todd, the grant rating fund is gonna have its own fund outside the general. What happened was when we moved the ARPA funds over,
Right.
but we couldn't get a fund made for it.
Yep.
It will have just like its own, like road expense, those kind of funds.
So do we need this line item?
So we'll leave the line item, but we won't budget anything into it.
Cause it's already had its own money.
In the future,
We're gonna have.
you
to.
know,
Just gonna.
once this gets
And
down
we know where we are.
and we know where we are and how much we're spending per year.
Yep.
It might not be a bad thing to have, a $40,000 cushion.
Oh, I want some money.
Yeah, so, in 5 to 10 years, we might have to start budgeting
Some money.
$5,000. Well, we could figure out what we spend a year in
Right.
grant writing expenses and maybe budget that.
Right.
Doesn't really matter because any of these other entities are gonna budget for their half of the grant writing.
Correct.
So-
So it's still coming.
So it's still coming out of the taxpayers. Yeah, it's,
The difference is with the ARPA funds or the grant writing funds.
yeah,
we'll
let's
stop
not,
calling it
yeah,
ARPA.
let's not call it
Grant
ARPA.
writing funds, it's not supplied by the town.
That was one of the things that I
Right.
talked to Vera about.
Yes,
Is anything with ARPA
yeah, we need to
to be
remove it.
stricken?
Hey, he just sent me back on ambulance.
Okay,
He says that our contract, April 21st, 2024 to March 31st, 2025 is 41,247. So that's.
Wait a minute, let me
So-
clear that out.
can he explain why it's different?
I'll ask him why, when I talk to him on Monday.
Okay,
But
I'll put it in the right number. He's gonna have to send an addendum to the contract to be signed if the numbers aren't gonna match up.
0.79 is what he's saying.
41, 247, 79.
Yep.
41, 2,
47.
holy crap, what is?
41,247.79. I'm thinking, but I don't know this. Where did we put that? Right here?
Yeah, that's extremely hard
That's
to
a
read.
$1,500 increase, give or take.
That makes more sense.
What's
Right.
that?
It's about a $1,500 increase.
Yeah, that makes more
He
sense.
just needs to send an addendum to the contract
This
so it shows
this
appropriate.
whole thing over here is what's throwing me off.
Yeah, and if it was clear and
Yep,
explained would be
Yeah.
great.
yep.
I'm sending an addendum to the contract with either the escalator and or the proper amount so we can have it
Yep.
documented. Cause
Heating oil, heating fuel, we budgeted 5.
heating fuel, did we
don't-
not go over that? And if
We did
didn't,
not.
How shocked am I at that?
Well, I wouldn't be because it's been an extremely mild winter.
No, that's true.
I
But,
think we could leave it there just in case.
oh, I agree. I was
Okay.
gonna say more maybe, but
I think that's
we button up the buildings, it'll be less.
exactly. Next,
So
one,
you good with leaving the heating fuel 5?
we did.
All right, where are we now?
Heating
Heating
fuel 5,000?
Okay, that's what you're putting for heating oil. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't change that.
That's what that's what we budgeted years past. Next one
Medicaid.
is FICA, which is another one that
You have
We
to
don't
wait
set
till you
it.
know what they're gonna have for the.
we get from Vera
Right.
Health Officer expenses. We didn't have,
Build anything?
I would think that she tried to bill us, didn't she just bill us
she
for
did,
all that
and
work?
we did pay out, but I think that got put in up here under Health Officer, under salaries,
Oh, that's why it's not showing down here.
because we didn't put it in as
Expense.
an expense, we put it in as a salary.
So
So
then,
we would have to, when we go over salaries, we can talk about that. But as far as health officer expenses, like if we have to board a dog,
right, that's,
or that's what that's for. So I think 250 is sufficient.
I agree. You good with that,
Okay, what are
Todd?
we doing on that one?
250.
250.
We're leaving it the same because it's not, that's more for buying dog food.
Yep.
Paying a housing fee if we have to put it some, it's not the,
Right.
right.
So internet's an interesting one. There's internet Comcast, internet Fidium.
We have two.
While
Or do
on the
we?
town expenses on the piece that's supplied to us, this one with the 3 columns. This is Comcast internet. Over here, it says internet. Mind you, we haven't had Fidium for long, so. Right, but it's still internet.
No, that is road expense.
Okay,
'Cause it's a
are we
different-
notating it in road expense?
It will have to be because I'm guaranteeing it's an expense in the roads.
It is, and it's not here on the, hang on a minute. Yeah, it's not on the road expense. It's probably under phones.
Well, there was no internet down.
Right, but we had a phone, right?
It just happened this year.
Yeah, we need to have her add internet.
Yeah, I sent in that text, just asking to update that for us.
I'm betting, looking at the telephone bill,
That's what
On the
I think it's
roads,
in there.
I think it's lumped in.
That's what I said.
So maybe we could do phone and internet
Phone/internet, yeah.
and just have her adjust that. Sorry, Todd, we got a little off track.
No, I'm trying to look,
We-
see where we are here.
We're on internet under the general expenses.
Yep.
But
Comcast.
we were trying to figure out why Fidium wasn't on there because
Because
that's at the town
work
garage.
area.
So, yep.
Where's that internet here?
We
Was
budgeted 250 for the internet.
keep it at 250?
I would keep it at 250. Good with that?
Yep.
Man,
Late fees and penalties, what's that for?
So late fees and penalties, we went through a little while there, Todd, where we were having some serious issues with the treasurer.
Oh, and because we were paying
Previous.
bills on time,
Correct. It wasn't, it was
state stuff. So it wasn't late fees, it was fines,
pencil.
it was fines, yeah.
Yeah, it was fine.
penalties.
I would just assume that at 500
I
for
was
one
just-
more year,
Yeah,
just to make sure,
Well, it's better to have something planned in case something doesn't go.
plan for bad instead of,
Lister, we can't, Lister education, we can't do much there yet. Lister mileage.
let's see here, what's the next one? Library,
pardon me.
that is the library will bring us their budget.
Right.
They're actually probably. They might give you a tentative, but they're actually meeting Monday night. And they're voting on their budget, so they can actually give you.
They could give it to us, yeah.
Request.
So my request, if you could put it out to Nicola, would be as soon as they vote on it,
It's a
bring it
cost.
over.
Yeah.
They're gonna probably last longer than she's thinking, because that's what I said, just drop out when.
Can they call us and give us an amount?
You guys are probably done by, I mean, she can if you're still here,
Okay, well,
but,
still, yeah, I was gonna say, if you've made the request, then we'll hope that they can. Library grants transferred.
Yeah, I don't know what
Trying to
that
figure
is.
what
I'm
that
not sure what that is.
That's
I
not
put an
even on.
asterisk
I
next to
wait
that.
till we get their
Yep,
budget.
we'll get that from, that may actually be something Vera has to answer on Monday.
Lister education, you're gonna have new listers.
So the
right?
problem is, the Lister education should have gone under the general education.
Right,
Um,
Yeah,
we
this,
did budget $250 for Lister education.
mhm,
They spent $294.
because they went to town meeting.
Right.
town Whatever that event.
they went to that thing, remember?
Right.
A
Yep,
training event, and they said they want to attend some of these things.
so should we bump that up to 300?
I think Garda Lister's gonna be here on Monday.
They are.
They're
Maybe
coming
just
to.
ask them what they want to put
Okay.
for
Them would be
their
a thing.
education,
Same thing with the
Same with
expense.
thing was Lister expenses,
mileage vary.
mileage.
Membership dues, what's that?
Membership dues are from our. Oh, what do we pay our membership dues on?
Well, town of leagues of cities.
League of Cities and
right?
Towns, I
That's one
think
of
is
them.
our biggest one.
I would
Right.
keep it at 3,000. You still got a 200 something
I
dollars.
think you're correct. I think we could keep that at 3,000 and be okay. It's been the same, pretty close right along.
Right,
Yep. Memorial Day?
what's that? That's. not on
Memorial
here
Day
either.
would be the, you can see we haven't had any expenses for that for the past couple of years.
Did we have an event or
That-
something?
No, I think that's the celebration stuff. I think actually what that was, it was half of the PA system
Yes.
for,
Yes.
half for that, half for town clerk, or town, day, so, whoa.
Town meeting day?
In the
Yeah,
past,
thank you.
we spent 500, we didn't spend anything.
We put that on.
We
the
haven't spent
Memorial Day.
anything for the past 2 years,
Just
so
for
we'll
the-
leave that,
Yeah.
because I think it did get moved.
Yeah.
To, no,
What's this mileage? We put 250 in, we paid nothing.
Yeah.
250 is safe, just in case, like, we've had we've had years before where like, say something was to happen and you were going to act as the town representative, we would pay you mileage, yep.
Keep that at 250 and then.
Miscellaneous expense, 1,000,
That is,
paid $1.53 on it.
right, because we've done pretty well at budgeting everything.
I'd keep it at 1,000.
I mean, I think, if you were to run into a miscellaneous expense, it could be handy to have that extra 1,000 there.
Monument expense, we budgeted 250, haven't spent anything, I keep it at
So
250.
that's for.
That is for etching.
And we actually did etch.
We do have another, okay.
And what does that typically run?
Why do I feel like the last time it was 300?
I was gonna say, I
I think it
can't
was
believe
pretty
it's
fair.
250.
It was for a couple names. too.
Yeah.
What's weird is it's not showing any expense here, so
I
we're
don't
just
think-
falling under.
I'm wondering if the conservation
Committees.
committee ate that.
Or the cemetery.
Linda would definitely know where that ended up, or if it ended up getting done.
I know, well, Linda's the one who requested it, because she was the only one who could input it, right? Because we couldn't get through the forms and she did a great job. And I'm trying to remember, I don't remember who etched it, but it was a couple names we put on the monument.
Did they get put on?
We didn't pay for it if they did, apparently.
Unless,
Is this the memorial over here?
yes,
Yeah, with the bell, over by the bell.
no, well, the fallen soldier
The
one,
fallen
no,
soldier one,
not
right?
fallen soldier, sorry.
So whoever.
It's, yeah, I was just looking to see,
Honorably
yep,
Oh, it should be on there.
during,
That-
yeah,
if
during
you served
wartime.
and are honorably discharged, you should be on there and lived in the town of Bakersfield during that time frame. You gotta fill out a form and boop, boop. If you're not there, Todd, you ought to talk up, speak up, talk to Linda.
All right.
Yeah, Linda could definitely.
I say.
Oh, that's what it was. She had to do, she had to check on the DD
214.
214. I was gonna say 19, but
Yeah.
that's what it was. I don't know if she ever got back to us on that.
Okay.
But if you could reach out to her and see if the names got done and if she remembers how much it was to do it. For some reason, I wanna say Plus Monument said they'd do it for like, it was like $150 or
It wasn't that much per person and there was
No,
2 or 3
I
names.
would
we were
put
putting.
500 there just to be safe.
we can.
No,
I mean,
that's 5 names if it's like, or not.
I don't think it was that much, Todd. I think it was honestly.
I wanna say it was like,
Something simple like that. It was,
It's 250.
I think it was like X number of dollars to get them here and they'd
And they do it.
They do as many carvings.
Then let's keep it at 250. It goes over. We know that we got a budget for
Yep.
next year.
The key here is when we add people, we want to add them in bulk.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree.
All right, so the next one, office expenses, budgeted six.
Spent.
That was a recommended number, if I'm not mistaken, by our office. Six, I would leave it at six. If you look at years past, it's,
Yeah, I mean, it's gone up and it's gone down.
yep. Hate for something to happen and us come up short.
Delinquent taxes.
That is just a line item. We don't budget for that.
Yep.
Overpayment of taxes
Same.
comes out of the taxes that come
We
in.
don't budget that.
Overpayment of zoning, same thing.
Park
Uh,
expense.
Park expenses, this will be
That will be the conservation committee.
right.
So we,
And they've already, they requested, 500 for flowers.
Right, which we,
which you already-
which should have been taken out already, and we've already
Expense
budgeted
the
500
loan
for
and the-
flowers next year.
all three of those are the park commission, right?
Yes,
Park loan interest.
So the
park expense, park loan interest.
And then
park
water bills
expense.
are ours though, right?
We haven't put anything or had any expenses to it. What park are we talking about that we're paying interest on?
We
that
didn't
we're
pay a
paying?
water bill last year.
I think we had a
Looks like-
payment for the one over there next to Max,
Looks like it's paid off.
and I think, yeah.
We haven't had any payments in
So
2
what I
years.
did there is I just,
Park water bill into them too?
So you find
Cause I
That's
know,
down a little lower.
I think we pay half, or they pay a half.
we hadn't paid.
What I
anything.
did is I took all four of those
Made
and I made an asterisk in
Yeah.
BCC,
Same here.
and we'll double check with them
You-
to see if it's on their radar, and if not, then we'll put it there. Planning expenses budgeted 250, spent
Spent
almost
381.
400.
Where's
And
my
there's a
name?
planning commission person right down at the end of the table. Right.
Not me,
So
We're not,
Bill and Ken.
do you
I know they're gonna
see here
request
that you
money.
didn't budget enough?
You didn't budget enough. You didn't budget enough. I'll talk out attorney. The report, the town report has to be
Yeah.
redone. They're gonna start working towards that.
Right, the town pan.
Give us a good number.
Applying for
So,
getting money to apply.
Right.
Bill and Ken will be here.
portalets, it's a,
That's the 4th of July.
it's
and
a
the one that's
thorn in the
supposed to-
side every year.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
To-
We paid this year and then they never delivered them, right?
Right,
they didn't drop off the.
they never
bullets?
dropped them.
So what was that going to be though, Josh? Was it 150?
It was 150.
For both? For both
Um,
Places, I thought it was just this one. For
Up
150.
by that, that's the park portalet we're
Park
talking about, Josh. The one that sits there all summer long.
That's more than $150 for the year, I'm sorry to tell you.
So that under the BCC?
So I think the portalets here that we're looking at, the 128 that
What
we're
is that?
charged is for the
4th of July?
weekend,
Okay.
weekend event.
I would keep it the same.
So which we have $150 budgeted there.
I thought we mixed that all together.
That one over there.
Yeah.
That one is partially town, partially BCC, partially cemetery, I believe. I might be wrong. If I am,
No, you're-
don't shoot the messenger here. I just think
I
I'm,
thought we mixed the Republican address system and portalet together last year, but that's okay. I don't know.
so the public announcement system,
Yeah,
it doesn't look like we were charged for it.
No,
So I
that's-
still think
okay.
you have to have it though.
I just budget it in case we ever need it.
Why did we have postage in there?
150.
Sorry, postage got. So
$320 for mailings.
750.
250, but we spent 320 and postage just went up to 68 cents.
Yeah, and it's not getting any cheaper and we're sending out a lot of certified mail.
Put 500 in there.
You think
just to cover
500?
bases. Yep.
Yeah, 'cause we spent 700 2 years before
Right.
that.
Yeah, but that was that big mailing for
That was
the,
a
for the
huge-
election.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this class for the trail thing, postage is gonna.
Yeah, we're
be-
gonna have to.
Postage there.
It's gonna be
A lot of it.
expensive postage.
Right.
All has to be certified.
We've done a big
Well, that's what we're just talking. Is 500 enough gonna be enough, you think?
Perhaps
for that?
about, so whatever
If
they-
we do one
We'll
on,
do one a year.
yeah, or
Keep in
something.
mind, we may do 750 this year. Isn't November
Right.
presidential?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
And last time we had to mail
make it
everybody those forms. We should probably do 750 this
Yep.
year, guys.
All right, we can do that.
750.
I'm hoping that it's not this mail at home stuff again, but
No. QuickBooks.
QuickBooks, we budgeted 800 and
Cost
we
us
were 1800. I don't know why.
Oh, she said it went up, remember? Because we had to redo the contract or something.
And.
So-
you might wanna ask her about that.
That's what I was just gonna do.
Is familiar with somebody who's doing the online, it's gonna
Yeah.
talk to you, John, and they don't like it at all.
the online piece, well, we don't do online. We have it local.
This desktop version will stop being supported.
Right.
Yes, every 2 years they kill the fire.
So they talked about that.
Yep.
So let's
Yep.
budget 2,000 for that, just to cover our bases.
Let's talk to Vera,
Talk to Vera.
Vera and Tom and see what they think. School generator.
Right. The generator jumped because we had to repair it.
So you know what? I also think though we should get Mac's input on this
Yeah.
because he knows what our generator
Mhm.
thing should be.
Yeah.
Do we back charge the school at all for any of that?
We take care of one side, they take care of another.
We take care of the generator maintenance contract and repairs. They take care of the fuel. The problem is no one ever started it. And the fuel gauge went bad. There was a whole bunch of emergency repairs done last year.
Who
That's.
paid for those, though? That's.
We did because
We
it
did.
was repairs.
It was,
Well, here's the problem, Todd. We didn't have a support, we didn't have it maintained. We didn't do our part, they didn't do theirs. So
So it was an equal failure on both.
it was an equal failure.
it was, but the maintenance falls on us.
Yeah.
The basic operation falls on them. So if you go out to start something that doesn't work, right, yeah, exactly.
Just poor community.
Select board expenses,
Quadruple it.
so, well, one year we did have 3,300. Last year we had 600. I wonder if we shouldn't bump that to 750. I really hope there is none.
I would say 750.
So what's the expense for? Let's just get realistic here. So are we under,
We're under select board expenses in the general fund.
we're salary? No, we're not. Are
Well,
we under the salaries?
that's no, this is just expenses. This is,
What did?
well, this may actually be, could some of this be paying you?
Oh, for the,
No,
that's it, no.
so it could be,
$600.
Would this be going to have some copy made somewhere other than we,
I
you know,
don't-
here or?
well, I see none of this was taken out of legal. So I wonder if it's actually legal expenses
So where's your
that didn't
expense?
get coded
Thank you.
correctly.
Let's have the list of expenses actual.
I don't think.
I
so.
donated the mount. We bought the U-bolts.
How
but
about
they were
the
like 20
cable?
bucks.
How about the cable?
Maybe $30.
Yeah, but-
Maybe we have $150,
Did
but
we
that
get
was supposed to come out of the hour.
Did we
what about-
charge by the road guys coming here to do the work? Did they back?
No, we just literally
We zipped all this.
zip tied it.
Oh, no, but I'm saying, but the road crew did that. Did they back charge us for the time? Okay.
I don't know what the 655 is for, maybe 100 is,
I wonder if some of that was legal that got charged to the wrong spot because there's nothing under legal.
No, that's, I'm
And
wondering.
we definitely called and asked questions and
We had some
got
things looked
reports
at,
and, yeah. So that would be my guess. I feel like we could leave that at 500 and
I
just
think
make
you're right.
sure that the legal gets put in the correct place if that's the issue. If not, then she will tell us what it is next time. I would leave,
Select board legal, like you say below. I wonder if that's where it is, like you say.
yeah,
That would make sense.
with 5,000 in that.
Alright, streetlights.
streetlights.
We're keeping the 5,000 select board legal?
Yes,
Okay.
we budgeted 2,200. We've been pretty dang close to that every year
Yeah.
for the past 4 years. I think we could leave it at 22.
You don't think we're gonna get an increase this year?
Prep.
Well,
No.
is that for the electrical? Or do you think that's for repair and,
You know, it's a good question. Electric, we have somewhere else, but we
Right.
do call out the street lights. Let's leave it and.
Let's leave it,
Next
we
year, we'll
can-
take a note of it. We had simple IRA employer, we should remove that, shouldn't we? Hasn't
Yeah,
had anything in it for 4 years.
Telephone,
I think we could.
2,000, we spent 1,600. I'd leave it at 2,000 for telephone.
Tax prep,
Okay, so we have tax prep on here, but we don't have tax prep over here.
I put a
and it
line,
was only 1 year.
Okay,
Maybe next year we'll pull it.
telephone, leave it at 2.
telephone, I think we can leave it too.
Now, all right, this isn't the road telephone, yes. I'm good with
I'll
that.
say, don't start that again.
Just not trying not to
You
get
did the
confused
town
with it
hall
again.
thing already somewhere else, right?
Unemployment is set by,
Yeah, that's
Vera.
insurance,
yep. Property and casualty, that's
That's-
set by Vera.
insurance, workers' comp,
Workers' comp
insurance,
is Vera.
Vermont tax. We're down to water.
Yep, that's also Vera.
We already got
Water is half of a
Website, you got website.
website is underneath water on the other one though.
Didn't see the one.
The water is half. I don't know why it's,
What was it last year?
well, it's supposed to be half of 360, I think is the water bill.
Budgeted 214.
So 180 is what you're saying?
We didn't budget anything, where's the hell's the water thing on this?
It's not on here.
It's not on here.
Not at least on the thing we're
We
looking
didn't
at.
pay it. It says over here.
I know we pay it. So we have the park water bill at 180 and we didn't pay that and we still have 180 in it. I think 180 is half of the water. That's messed up. It says we paid 140 this year, so I didn't see
But I don't
that.
see where we,
Office water bill, right here,
where,
under office expenses.
Oh, yeah, 180.
office water bill one.
So we
Okay.
budgeted 180,
So
it
keep it
came
at
to
180.
140. Yeah, because that is set by MAC.
So we're staying at 180 or we're waiting
Yes.
for that?
There, that makes more sense.
Website. We didn't budget anything and it cost us $214.
Right.
Yeah, and the website's horrible.
Should we?
You should probably look at getting somebody who knows what they're doing to fix our website or update it.
300.
214, so there's two things.
Okay.
The 214, as far as I understand, and the reason you didn't have a budget and you did, I believe is what we're paying for the URL. townofbakersfield.org.
Oh,
Every 3, 4, 5 years, whatever you buy it from, we'll say GoDaddy,
Yep.
Yep,
that's their yearly expense. So that one makes sense to me.
okay.
And we most likely won't have it again for another few years, because we probably. So I don't know.
Should we put,
So should we budget 250?
should we budget 250 in there to have for updates and
Redesign and fix that website. It's horrible.
easy with the redesigning and fixing?
Dude, it's horrible.
That gets expensive and costly.
Let's get a kid. No, here's the deal.
We
Don't you
get a
have
kid?
kids- don't you have kids at your school who do, you guys don't do any website or anything?
No.
What's that say?
I know that you can start, the school has other courses, maybe we.
I don't think they do anything with. that.
Actually, the digital media program closed down 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right,
Now BFA might,
BFA might have something.
BFA might.
I'm
have
just
something.
saying, maybe we find somebody who wants to, it's horrible.
It's a little hard to
It's hard to navigate. It does not look pleasant at all.
No.
Like, who thought that the color scheme and everything, listen, I'm not a snob, but oh my God.
I kind of feel like you are snobbing us a little now.
Already? You want some more? It's not set for mobile. Open it up on your phone. Tell me how well it works. It's not right. The website needs to be updated. Just saying.
I don't disagree with you. How much is that gonna cost?
I don't know. That's why I was.
Well,
saying-
you're the.
Well, I can ask.
How much are you gonna charge us to fix it?
I don't do websites.
Oh, what do
You
you
have
have?
anybody who does.
I get. find people who do it.
I find people who do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With school, if we have school does it, maybe we can, get someone who wants to do it for. Give
You
it
know,
a-
John should contact BFA and.
Well,
find
you
out.
know who may actually have somebody that might be interested in doing that would be the business class. And that would be reaching out to SJ, Sarah Jo Markoff.
Sure, Joe. Joe might do that. That's true.
She might do it herself
Yeah.
if she's
She
not,
might have the class.
and she is
Yep.
very good at making things.
Yes.
Yes.
Not-
I saw it doing
She's
stuff
good at functional stuff.
with the presentation she
Yeah.
did and all. Yeah, maybe she wanna do it for a couple $100, but we need to, or, $1,000.
You know what? Let's just put 500 in there.
We can put 500 in there because that will cover
That will cover.
our
the-
3-year
Right,
not renegotiating, but our 3-year
yeah.
IRL.
And if
Yeah, it's,
Fee.
you,
right, if we do,
you are.
if we go over, we go over, but
Right.
at least we'll know next time.
Yep, okay, so we wanna go 500 there.
We probably should only ever have to do that. Hopefully once every 10 years or whatever.
Until they change computer programs.
Well, that's true.
Workers' compensation is another.
That's set by Vera.
I feel like I saw that up here, but I guess not. That's unemployment.
You did, you saw VLCT workers comp.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, zoning. So,
Zoning, we had $500.
We haven't had anything yet for a couple.
yeah, zoning.
203? No, that's not right.
Well, so this is fees, Tom.
Oh, okay.
It's not,
It's not.
it's not
the pay.
salary.
No, it's just. the fee.
It's, you know, like if they, for
Mailers,
example, if they had a mailing,
Yeah,
right.
they would charge,
Mail.
but theoretically they charge for that.
Wow.
mailing.
I keep it at 5.
I think 500 is sufficient.
Yeah.
And we can always ask
Right.
Brian if he thinks he's gonna have any other expenses and.
And he's.
Zoom,
Well, you don't
Zoning
need
legal. I think we'll leave that at,
what about? Zoom?
we'll get there to, we'll,
Zoning legal?
I think 2,500 is too low. There's the potential, there's some stuff happening.
there's
The
the,
2,500 is gonna be too low.
there's the potential. But at this point in time, it hasn't
We
happened.
haven't reached.
But if nothing happens, we don't spend the money, but if we at least budget it appropriately, even if we take it to $4,000. You know,
I go 35.
35, I'm just saying something, I think 25 is too low.
So what you're saying is you're projecting
Some
legal
problems.
issues.
Potential legal issue.
Well, but he's right, because we are gonna be doing this trail, you know, if we work on
Got
the
some
road.
stuff
system,
going on.
There may be some
Okay,
stuff there.
all right.
I'm just saying,
No, he's
better to
So
have-
maybe he's not off with the 5 then.
You think so?
Well,
It'd be better to go high and not spend it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, you know, to not have it. So 5?
that one scares me.
I know it does me too, though. All right.
Zoom's a set kind of number.
So
That's it.
We didn't pay anything this year.
the $2,000 we put into Zoom was a little high.
Yeah, I don't know why you have $2,000. It's like $150.
That's what-
$200.
that's what-
I should have read 200.
We didn't pay anything this year.
Yeah.
That's also wrong. You know what happened? We reimbursed Brenda. That's what happened. Brenda paid credit card.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, and
Now we have our own credit card, correct? We have our own.
And how
Zoom.
much is it a month roughly?
I don't.
Right, so why would we
It's changed.
reimbursing?
But I think 200, 250 is more
We
than
have a
enough.
bill.
So should we drop it down to 500? Just to be,
If you want to do 5, I think 250 is
I
going to be
think we
more
should,
than enough.
I think we should take it from 2 to 5.
I will tell you that we paid 140.
Oh.
2,000 to 500, sorry, Todd.
So in
Yeah. $5,000.
No, I saw your face,
just so you know, in 2021 and 2022, it was $149 a year.
Yeah.
Right.
Put 200.
So 200?
I put 5.
I said 250. So there we go.
250.
225.
250.
It sounds good.
All right, wages, that is not, that isn't salary. We will get at that at another
Social
time.
Security, Medicare, that's all that.
That's all through that. I have 722. I feel like we've
We've accomplished
attacked
a lot.
this pretty well tonight.
Yeah, we got through a chunk of it.
Garrett's gonna talk to Billy Joe at the town clerk's office and find out where the disparity is.
Excellent.
Because it's supposed to be so much per capita,
Yep.
so if the capita dropped between when we did the contract and
Well, would have risen.
if it went.
Yeah, the other way.
So it could
Yeah.
go one way or the other based on the capita.
So I think that you're right. So whatever it is, we need an addendum.
Yeah, I told him that. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Yeah, the only problem would be is if,
We have to approve the addendum.
well, we have to approve the addendum, but the addendum would be based off of
The current.
per capita. So when they drew up the plan, if our town, census said that we were at,
2,000 people.
2,000 people, and then the new census comes in and says we're at 2,500, that's the discrepancy.
Right.
And that's not a contract issue, we didn't get the per capita number to do the calculations ourselves. That's what we really need.
Ask him what these numbers mean too, because
Yeah.
that's, if you have a contract, take those numbers out, put your actual price.
Right.
Yeah, cause I don't know,
That confuses.
that
the
confuses
house.
me too. It's almost like somebody was making notes on the side there and then
Yep,
the
Yeah.
notes only make sense to one person.
right.
But those were not in the signed.
And there, and nowhere do I see what that per capita cost is.
Right, we need that
That makes
drawn
sense.
out, written.
Did you want
And I think
this?
that-
I believe so. It's just a copy.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna bring it and copy Garrett.
Tammy, if we put all of our reports, maybe put our names on these reports, guys, and we'll put them back in this reports folder. And then we can. So
Pages that you wrote.
hopefully you can read my pen scratch in there.
Yep.
Anything with the line next to it like
Yep,
this
it's
is
reading.
either needs to be looked at by, like, for
Zero.
example, this one's the cemetery.
Yep.
This one's BCC.
For Monday night for their input.
Well, some of it, not necessarily. Like, if she has the court tax,
Mhm.
she can fill that in. Doesn't hurt my feelings. If she has the direct tax,
Well,
she can fill that in.
On yours,
She's
dispatch
probably
sheet,
do it
right,
with
Tom,
you.
because I'm taking care of that for you on the
Okay,
dispatch.
dispatch,
sheet.
dispatch.
And then Garrett won't have to call.
so next week, I won't be here.
Why?
I'm heading to Pennsylvania.
It's unacceptable.
So
Unacceptable.
Monday and Wednesday, John, make sure technology is working.
Can't guarantee anything. According to this, my technology fee is 0. Can't guarantee anything. Ben.
Thank you.
Handle with contract to Tammy and doing. You don't have to worry about those. things.
Okay. This was received in March. It should be removed from the listers fund and go into reappraisal fund. I can make the change and have it reflect in the end of the year reprint if you want.
What's that?
Okay, so this is the money that comes from the state, John
Oh,
Elston,
okay.
I'm listening.
that is supposed to go into the reappraisal fund.
Right.
Right,
And we've been using it to pay the listers for the
right.
past
We need to
X
start
number of
paying the
years.
listers out of the
Which
regular
you
fund.
can do, but when it comes to the reappraisal, you're gonna make
Right.
it up, right?
So what she says here is it should be removed from the listers fund and go into the reappraisal fund.
Okay.
She can make that happen.
Yeah.
So it reflects for the end of the year report. If we want, let her know. So should I just make a note on this? Yes, please change. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, I would agree with that. Because the state did away with that thing where they were trying to take over the reappraisal program. I think that fell flat, didn't it? Last I heard,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, they were trying to take it back. That's
Yeah.
why they got worried.
That's why everybody delayed doing their reappraisals because the state was supposed to do it.
What do you have? Yeah, Josh, what did you put down for flags? Was it
Are we
1950?
doing that this year?
Yeah,
So there's gonna be, some-
Flags,
Josh, there's gonna be costs associated to that.
1750. There will be
Appraisal, so how do we budget for that? I guess is the
that
question.
there is a reappraisal fund,
Right,
which let me see where it is. And we put into it last year. Why would you ask me such questions, Todd?
no, I'm just trying to figure out.
No.
In our budget and our line item budget,
It goes into
or does it?
the,
go into
it's kind of like the new equipment fund. It is a lump sum that goes in front of the voters and they voted in. Theoretically, it should be a non-negotiable.
Right, right,
But-
that's my point.
You move 10,000
Last
from the
year.
grand list or something. and then
Right.
10,000 got voted in.
Yeah. With
Right.
20,000 total.
So we have a bucket of money to do this reappraisal.
What's that?
So we have started a bucket. Yes.
But what happens if the appraisal's being called in this year and the appraisal gets done and the expense is X and we don't have X? How does
It's gonna
that?
take a couple of years to do.
Right, so
Yeah.
we gotta get like 70 grand.
Yeah.
Right?
Right, so right now we have 20. This year we'll vote in another 10 for
Make it
30.
30.
When we get the state money, that'll go into the.
That'll go into it, which is another 6, so it'll be,
Yeah.
we'll be roughly halfway there.
We'll be at 36.
Makes sense.
And then the next 3 years, it'll,
You'll have the
Yeah.
money, that's my.
so
point,
did
right?
you? So I'm putting mine in like this, filed together with my name on top of it, so I can take it next time,
Thank you.
and then we don't have to worry about that. John's got his. Tammy,
Is it?
she asked, Vera asked on this about, that'll work. It's awfully thin, Todd, I think we're missing a page,
Just go with it?
if you want it to, unless you don't want,
No.
to lose it.
Think that's-
I just figured that way we can put Terry and Lance's in here together, everybody has the same papers, everybody's looking at the same thing.
Right.
Cause I know in years past, we've looked at different papers and it gets confusing.
So on money,
You wanna keep this? Somewhere?
What's that?
Or do you have a copy saved?
I think we have copies, yeah. Sorry, yes.
Go on, Mr.
Yep,
You would just copy your report again and just stick it on my desk.
the copy?
Yeah,
That's the other.
from both, because that would help me with my minutes, and I listen, and I look at what you've written. Okay,
Roger Dodger.
Somebody remind me.
Yeah.
This here is, all right. This is the one from 2022, what we looked at last year when we were building this. So this is this a year old.
Did we get request letters?
We did, that's what's in this manila envelope right here.
Right. Are we gonna go under the same policy we did in prior years, right, where we just put it to the town, the requests get put right through?
Some of them don't get put through because they don't benefit the town at all.
Alright, so it's a town benefit piece, okay.
Yeah, if there's benefit to the town, or, I think the other thing was requested by townsfolk,
Town member.
then it's put through to the town to make.
Why don't you just make it a lump sum, but people want to be able to.
People
vote
want to vote each and individual one.
Yep.
Which is fine,
Yeah,
it's
I
just,
agree.
you know,
We have.
what's a couple
just so
extra
you know-
minutes at town meeting, you know?
Just so you know, we have gone back to some organizations and said, hey, it's a big number, if you really want that.
Yep.
You really want a donation from Bakersfield, you may want to consider.
Any request
We
for
did that for
funds
that
should,
one.
any request.
We didn't go back to them.
We
They-
didn't?
They came back to us multiple times
Yeah,
and
Any request for funds should have a good packet that comes with it explaining why they're requesting those funds.
yeah, some of them
And
aren't.
some of them just have.
Some are.
some are one
Yeah.
pagers, some of them are.
The Friends of Cat Neutering or whatever it was called.
Oh, don't go there.
They have like a one pager.
I mean, it's just explaining why, what the funds are being used for. and
No,
who they're
you're right.
being
Yeah.
requested.
I'm 100%
That's typically what we get.
Yeah, no,
That's pretty
Yeah,
typical.
that's good.
And that goes into the town report also, so.
Yep.
When it's
That's what
feasible.
people are looking for, is to know what they're voting on.
Yeah.
And why.
What would be really nice is if Tammy, at the end of each request, for example, that one was from Franklin County
Yeah.
Franklin County Senior Citizens, Inc.
Yeah.
If that is going into the report, that at the end of their request, it says page 35.
Right,
So you could look at that and be like, oh, they're asking for $1,000, page 35.
there it is.
There's their description.
That was feedback before, yeah. On the
It just
actual,
references where to look.
on the actual page that what, in the town report, you're gonna reference, they're looking at a list. And it says, oh, $500 for the Franklin County, it says turn to page 35,
And
and
there's
then
the
they can look
request.
at the request. We're just missing the page of where the request is. So when we build the town report back here, hang on.
On the
No,
line.
on the,
See this page here, right where we show what we're doing?
Yeah.
What we want is at the end of each request, we give the page number where that,
Where that
request
request
shows,
goes down. right.
so that people could find it fast. I think, I heard that a couple times.
Yeah.
and I don't think it would be hard because everything's already numbered.
Right.
You could just go back after you put everything in the document.
Yeah.
That is the
Yes.
warning of the ballot. You're gonna reference,
On the,
well, what you're gonna do is reference the page, you can find it in the town report.
Right.
See page 22.
Yeah.
And then
and
that.
then
way
we
they
can read
find
it over and have at least an idea.
And then-
what they're voting on.
Theoretically, it'd make it easier for you because then you can put them in order as they
Right.
show up in the book.
Yep.
They were a little scattered last year.
Yeah.
I had a hard time finding them. People were like, what's this for? And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but it doesn't label.
It
each
doesn't-
individual.
Right.
No,
Your index is good, but it doesn't like point out exactly where it is.
yeah.
Like that idea what it says right after the, you
Yeah,
know.
just see page 15, see
Yep.
page 55.
And you could do that with all the stuff. You could do it with all of it, really.
Yes, yes.
Point out where it is.
Maybe there could be, and maybe in Kathy's defense too, maybe they can't put that on. a
They
book.
might not be able
What
to.
I'm saying.
Yeah, because if the warrant,
Right,
because if the warrant has to go out X number of days before the book gets
You can
printed.
put it in the book that you're printing out as a town report, because that isn't quote unquote the official warning. The warning is what you're posting.
He's not wrong there.
You could put it in the book.
So it wouldn't have to go, it wouldn't have to go on the warning, it would go in the book.
Right. And then different than,
because that's not the official warning, is it? No.
It's not.
well, then you put it in the index and you say
Yeah.
Friends of Franklin County.
Yep. Hey,
But you put the unofficial at the top, unofficial warning.
Yeah. You have to, the problem is the feedback we're getting from the town,
Is this too hard to find
they
stuff?
can't find it.
Well, at least this year you're not gonna have a school report. So it's gonna be.
that's gonna be smaller. That
Yeah.
is true. It's gonna be.
That'll save us money on
That'll save
printing.
us money, yeah.
There we go. Nix that printing bill.
All
Yeah,
right, I make the motion, we adjourn.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Say it.
7:35.